It's a Porsche, but not as we know it. For a brand that made its name selling noisy, lightweight, two-seater sports cars, the Taycan is quite a departure. It's heavy, it has 4 doors and 4 seats, and it's virtually silent because it's powered purely by electricity. Nevertheless, Porsche claims the Taycan is a true sports car, a machine that can offer the sort of driving excitement it's become renowned for over the past 7 decades. Let's take a closer look at Porsche's new creation. This is the Taycan 4S. For now, the entry-level model in the Australian range, sitting below the lunatic fast Turbo and Turbo S. It starts at $190,400 before on-road costs, but plenty of options lift this example closer to $250,000. You can make up your own mind about the looks, but actually you can't, because clearly the Taycan looks fantastic, especially in this frozen blue. It's like a more athletic Panamera, or to put it another way, like a Panamera and a 911 that's been mashed together. Its shape makes it relatively practical. In the back there's room for 366 litres of luggage, while the lack of engine in the front gives it space for another 81 litres in the nose. This sporty silhouette does have its drawbacks though, which become apparent when you get in here. It's not bad back here, but headroom's a little tight thanks in part to this optional glass roof, and there's not really anywhere to put my feet. Legroom's pretty good, but these front seats are set fairly far forward. Separate temperature control for the rear is available, but it's optional. There are a pair of USB ports hidden down here. Up front, things are more impressive. You might expect the interior of a car like this to be wall-to-wall leather, and you can have that, but this car has the optional leather-free interior. At around $7,500, it's not cheap, but it is very cool. Essentially, it's all made from eco-friendly, mostly recycled materials. Everything that looks and feels like leather is actually a material called slush. Everything that looks like Alcantara is something called Racetex, and the seats and these door inserts have this funky netting that looks like something from a sneaker. If you're going to buy a Taycan, you'd best be comfortable with screens because there are a lot of them. In the centre is the usual Porsche Infotainment, which works pretty well, just use it like a smartphone. On the left of that is the optional passenger display, which is essentially a clone of the main screen. It looks pretty impressive, but I'm not really sure what it achieves because the main screen is right there. Below that you've got your heating controls and a touchpad to navigate the main screen. To be honest, this is a step too far. Regular buttons for the aircon would be nicer, and the touchpad is clunky to use. And again, it feels a bit redundant when the main screen is so close. What I love though is this beautiful curved digital instrument display. Houses the lights on the left and the chassis controls on the right, and in between can show navigation, power usage, or next to nothing at all in its reduced mode. This quick walk around has only scratched the surface of Porsche's fascinating new electric car. Stay tuned for our comprehensive review covering all the details, including what it's like to drive.